Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, by the mercy of the 6 Goswamis, by the mercy of all the acharyas, our lives changed. Om Ajnana Timirandasya. We were in the deepest darkness of ignorance. What did we know? And what did we do? That we know. What can be said? A network of sinful activities. One of our favorite songs in this movement is known as Everyone likes that song quite a lot. And it's a very nice song, because if I would sing it for you in English, then you would maybe enjoy it very, very much. The senses are a network leading to death. And we're very happy, every time chanting this. And this is, but somehow or other, by the mercy of Chaitanya Nitai, we have been saved from this network leading to death. In the name of enjoyment, in the name of looking everywhere, here, there, everywhere, wherever we can, many places in the same time, all the senses all at once. Earphones, something to look at, something to munch on at the same time, some drinks, some massage also, some every sense at the same time. Why enjoy only one of the senses? Let's enjoy them. But in the name of enjoying the senses, we are embracing death. By embracing the senses, we remain captured in samsara, captured in this cycle of birth and death, trapped. And the more we flap like a little fly in the net, spider, the more we become caught. Net. Yes. Anyhow, that's where we came from. Now, of course, we will not go there anymore, to such a place. Oh no. Even the mind still wants to. The mind is like that. The mind, whatever it wants, whatever comes up in the mind immediately wants it. Thinking, feeling, well, it's all the mind can do. Rupa Goswami, and the mind is the servant of the senses. Because the mind is directly connected to the senses. So whatever the senses come up with, then mind says, yes, let's do it, let's get it. Intelligence comes in and says, wait a minute. Rupa Goswami speaks about this, says, Kamadinam Kutita Purita Duri Desas Tesam Jatamayina Karuna Tapatraya. He is saying that the senses have no mercy. They are like a boss that is like a slave driver. You know, these kind of bosses, they make you work and work and work and work, and finally you bring the result of your work and they say, is that all? Huh? Is that all you could bring? Huh? Bring more! But I worked so hard. I did bring more! Oh, please! Bring more, I tell you now, right away! Oh, what to do? We bring, yes sir. And the next day, same thing, same thing. What will you do with such a job? Huh? One day you go to your work and you tell them something. I do not want to repeat from the Vyasa what you might say. But if I say it's sort of a polite English expression, it would be something like jump in the lake, and I wouldn't do any gestures or anything. But who would continue to work for such a boss? Only a few. Yes. And fools, they think, oh yes, oh, this is life. This is life. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that there are two types of people who are happy. Self-realized souls and childish, retarded fools. So the choice is yours. You can decide if you are self-realized or if you are the other one. I will not call you any names. Bhagavatam gives us the choice. So, therefore, with intelligence, we see that these senses are not really going to lead us, to an auspicious destination. The other day, I went to class about Radha Shamsundar and he was quoting that verse, Matra Swasa Duitava, Adivekta Sarupavet, Palavan, Namo Uttam Samavivarsati, that even a man of learning, if he wants something, he's strong. We may know Shastra. We may know the Shastra. We may know what is better. And still we struggle. Why is that? Why is that? Because the mind is pushing, and the mind is like a spoiled child wanting control, and it's the mind that makes us do so many things. And we have to practice to act upon intelligence, to act upon transcendental knowledge, not upon the mind. Thinking, feeling, willing, a function of the mind. So you have to see, this mind is like a child. How can you listen to a child? Okay, sometimes you pacify the child. All right, child, you can have some ice cream, but we're going to offer it first. Okay, all right, yes. Prasadam is our share. But the mind, we cannot trust the mind. And then one has to deal with the mind with intelligence. But what do you do? I mean, you know, when in the tests you were trying to put the square blocks in the round holes and all those kind of things. I mean, not everyone is a professor, and then what do? You just don't have so much brain. Then what? I mean, then hopelessly lost to the mind. No, because Shastra can give us intelligence. Krishna gives us intelligence. Adami Buddhi Yogam Tam. So it is Shastra. Now that is the one thing where you go, oh my God, a book. Yeah, the youth of today, a book, you know, what's a book? I mean, you see a comic of one boy. His grandfather gave him a book and he shows it to his friend. And his friend said, "Wow, that's far out. How do you turn it on?" So we're living in this time where books, who reads books? But a book, actually. A book is really what we need. Put the book on the table, open the book, and the book is, put a big invitation next to the book, a big sign, big head, read me. And put a little prasadam next to the book. Something sweet. So, and then you have to go over there to get that sweet, possibly you might read the book. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes, let us somehow or other bring the mind back to Krishna again and again. That's intelligence. Again and again. And whatever is happening in this world, it's not as bad as it looks. I have sometimes in my life, I thought, this is it. This is it. Now I'm dead. Several times I was convinced that this is the end, But as you can see, the movie still goes on. It hasn't finished yet. And one time I had climbed high into the Himalayas, and I was really way up there when suddenly clouds came from below. Usually they come from above, but they came from below. And then, before I knew it, I was sitting in a storm on top of the mountain and very high, and it got very, very cold and lots of rain, and it was suddenly the ground, I was sitting on a narrow ledge and it turned into mud. And I was sort of in my mind thinking, I was reading the newspaper article, young Dutch tourist found dead in Himalaya. I was reading the article. I was convinced, this is it. Even if I don't fall down this mountain now, then I'll freeze to death in the night, because I was way too high. And said, and it didn't count to staying the night. This is it. But then after some time, the clouds blew over, and the sun did come back, and after about half an hour, I was drying up, and things were drying up, and after 45 minutes, I thought, well, maybe I'll make it down, And it did. It wasn't so bad. So it's the mind that sweeps us away in all kinds of foolish thoughts. No, whatever is going on is going on. It's not important. Nothing is important. Whatever people do to us, they cannot touch us. Whatever they do to our bodies, they can never touch us. Because the soul cannot be touched. Soul cannot be destroyed, not cut to pieces, not tried by the wind. The soul is never affected. Never. So whenever we turn to Krishna, then we are actually taking up the mission of the soul. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur describes how when the soul becomes embodied, that the soul cannot deal with material energy. Because there is nothing for the soul in this material world to enjoy. There's absolutely nothing. Nothing of interest in the material world. Therefore, in the material world, the soul goes in a dormant state. The soul is not really awake. And the normal functions of the soul are thinking, feeling, and willing. But then the mind steals that thinking, feeling, and willing. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says, and the mind dresses up in the costume of the soul, just like an ordinary brown bird dresses up with the feathers of a peacock, starts dancing around, but it's not convincing. Yes. So in this way, the original thinking, feeling, and willing are not the functions of the mind. These are the functions of the soul. But the soul is now dormant. So when we are like looking at some sense gratification, it's not that the soul has become now conditioned. Although we say conditioned soul, yes, but it's not that the soul is here trying to enjoy it. It's not that the soul is thinking, wow, ice cream. The soul is just, it's the mind. It's the mind. It's the mind that says ice cream. It's the mind that says this is hell. It's the mind that says this is terrible. It's the mind that says this is good. It's the mind. It's not the soul. Soul is never touched, never contaminated, never ever. We are eternal, spirit soul. And in this way, as soon as we turn to Krishna, the soul awakens. Nitya siddha Krishna prem sadhu kabunai shravanari sudachitta karya udai. It said by his hearing and chanting, we awaken our original consciousness, our original state of being, where the thinking, feeling and willing starts to happen from the heart. Not up here, but directly from the heart. And directly towards Krishna. And that is pure consciousness. Then what can anyone in this material world do to us? Nothing. Then nothing can disturb us. Nothing. Because that no one can take away, that eternal relationship with Krishna. That no one can take. So, take whatever you wish. So this spirit is the spirit of the Mahajans, of the great personalities, of the great Vaishnavas who have existed in history and who have time and time again shown that this is the essence. My nose is misbehaving. So, this is Krishna consciousness. And so we have come together this evening to remember that. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur one time said that there is nothing in this world, nothing of importance other than the holy name. Nothing else is important. Only the holy name. Nothing bad, nothing good is important. I mean, just like... once Srila Prabhupada said, he was speaking about anarthas. And anartha means a stumbling block on the path of spiritual life. Anartha means an impurity within the heart. And then, so anartha is a stumbling block. Then Prabhupada said, the whole material world is an anartha. Okay. Just wrote off the whole thing, just like that. Okay, right off. Finish that. Done with that. Now let's talk about Krishna. And we say, well, yeah, but there are good things in the material world. No, there are no good things in the material world. Nothing. Nothing good in the material world. Absolutely nothing. Whenever you think something is good in the world, know that you are in Maya. Know that you're seeing it, seeing that you're dreaming, and that you're seeing something that's not there. Maya, not this. Yeah, actually, not this. So whatever you're seeing, it's not real. It's all in the mind. You color it in the mind. It's like, it says, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that you meet this new person and you see the qualities of this person are like an ocean. He said, you walk around and you realize it's no bigger than a pond and you never care to see that person again. Okay, falling in love and out of love, in case you didn't get it. So, what to do? The material world is like this. That we project all these things on what we see. And why is it so? Because we are full of unfulfilled desire. And therefore, whenever we look at something, we look at it with unfulfilled desire. And it's the unfulfilled desire that colors it. Like someone thinks, This is the one. Right? But, you know, a year later, at the time of divorce, it was not the one. And what to do? You know, not the one after all. You know? But somehow or other, the mind tells us these things. So if only we can just only come to the point where we don't mind. Sometimes we say, don't mind. So don't mind. You know? So don't mind that I'm saying this. Please. Don't mind. Just don't mind. If you don't mind. That would be good. Just don't mind. Don't mind at all. Just from the heart, from the soul, serve Krishna wholeheartedly. And then everything is fine. Nothing else is needed. And simply, so one time, actually not once, but on several occasions, Srila Prabhupada said, one time in England, Tribhuvanatha told that when Srila Prabhupada came in, then Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna gave this lecture. First he spoke about Nasta Prayesu Avadresu Cham Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavati Uttanastoke Bhakti Bhagavati Naistake. And he was saying that it is said that by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, almost all impurities in the heart will be destroyed. And then Srila Prabhupada raised the point, why almost? Why almost? Because although the Bhagavatam is very, very powerful and pure and spotless Purana, Amala Purana, Krishna's literary incarnation, when we read, we become a little learned and then we become proud. Where is the thing? Gosh, hope I didn't lose it. Anyway, yes, I found it. So I just let it hang like this, as if I forgot to put it back. Yes. Oh, my thread is hanging. So in this way, oh yes, pride in learning. Almost all that is inauspicious within the heart is destroyed by the Bhagavatam. Yes, it could make you proud. Now, what about chanting Hare Krishna? Yeah, in the beginning that can also make you proud. Hare Krishna. How many rounds did you chant? I can't tell you how many chant. You see how many counting beats I have on my beat bag? 64. Alright, so in this way, one could say yes, one can also get proud in chanting. Yes, but then you can't go on. You can't go on. You can chant with pride for a little while, but then after a little while you cannot chant anymore. Oh no. Then you come to a point where you just don't feel like chanting anymore. If you really want to go on chanting, you have to go on your knees. You have to bow down. You have to be humble. You have to pray. Oh Krishna, please help me. Then you can chant. Only with Krishna's help can we chant. So chanting naturally makes us humble. Naturally. We realize more and more we depend on Krishna. for a whole life. You're going to do this for a whole life. Whole life. To your whole life. Are you sure? But when there's humility, yes, then we can. Anyway, so, in this way, I want to share with you how Srila Prabhupada explained that verse. And then after that, he said, yes, Krishna consciousness is so simple, you might just miss it. And that is something to take home. You can take that one home. Krishna consciousness is so simple, you might just miss it. And what is it? It's chanting of Hare Krishna is everything. And everything else, don't worry about it. It's not important. Whatever it is. And whatever has happened, chant Hare Krishna. And it's like, Gauravasodas Babaji was just chanting and chanting, and he was going a bit blind. His eyesight, he was losing his eyesight. He was chanting and chanting. Then there was a big snake, a big black snake. It crawled right in front of him. Cobra. Black cobra. Oh, dangerous, very dangerous. People say, snake, snake, cobra, cobra. Then cobra passed him, and then, oh, people were talking about it, you know. Oh, Babaji was almost dead. Babaji was almost dead. No, he was almost dead. My God, he was almost dead. Krishna saved him. Krishna saved him. And he's just saying, what is all this agita, all this nonsense, all this distraction? It's just go on chanting. And he just carried on chanting. He never bothered thinking about, oh, no, you know what happened today? You know, this is big, this fat, big. I mean, you know what happened today? This fat, this big. You know, the snake, you know, a snake is like 30 centimeters in compact. This is 30 centimeters. 35. Tomorrow will be 40 centimeters. And it was 6 meters long. 6 meters long. Big black snake. 3 hoods, jewel in the hood as well. Very dangerous. So in this way, yes, we can exaggerate, we blow it up, and we make so much out of it, and it all has no meaning. It's all illusion. Because when Dhruva Maharaj encountered death, then death came before Dhruva Maharaj, and death offered obeisances to Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj simply stepped from death into a Vaikuntha plane, and then went to the spiritual. So we need not worry. Death is simply a stepping stone to the spiritual world. No need to worry about death. No need to worry about anything. Honor. If we think that I'm the most fallen, then you can lose your honor also. So in this way, really, nothing good or bad should actually disturb us. Only Krishna's holy name is what really matters. That's real. Thank you very much. It's so simple, you might just miss it. All right, if you have a question, then we'll answer it. Otherwise, I'm disappear. Oh, yes.
We were talking about how the unfulfilled desire colors the object of desire. It's going to give us so much happiness.
The unfulfilled desire colors the objects that are of our sense gratification.
So, how do we fulfill the self? How do we fulfill the self? How do we get rid of this unfulfilling feelings?
Just how do we get rid of this unfulfilled desire? By directing our desires to serving Krishna. And in the beginning, all our desires, bring them back to serving Krishna. In the beginning, we're also not fulfilled with that, but after a while, we will become fulfilled with that. That's it. So, bring all the desires back to serving Krishna. When the desire goes to some nonsense things, this is just nonsense. Stay with Krishna. Anyway, it's not easy. Living in a crazy world. Crazy. So much distraction. So yeah, we see like many personalities who would just completely leave the world and just chant Hare Krishna. That's a consideration. Be very simple. If you would just chant your whole life, just Hare Krishna, then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. People would take care of everything you need would come. And the more you do it, the more people will be impressed, the bigger it will get. So yeah, that's all you have to do. Just chant Hare Krishna. For this life. Okay, I guess I'm getting tired. I don't know why. We'll see you again, hopefully in the next few days. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Panca.
Kadamba Kanana Swami ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.